It is another episode of Kamen Rider Gotchard and another video of Gug. Hello, everybody. We're talking about episode 46. And boy, last week left us on a little bit of a cliffhanger. And we're picking right back up on there as the internet is blowing the fuck up about chemis and monsters, and everyone's memories are starting to return. Uh-oh, this spells trouble. And as Rine and Hotaro are out and about of their business, just trying to figure out what to do next, they are accosted by some ruffians who basically go like, hey, give us Hopper. It's a chemi. We want power. And they're like, no. Fuck you. When the wrestler guy from all the way in the beginning of the series, holy shit, what a callback, comes in and goes like, hey, by the way, remember, people who were amalgams have a little bit of amalgam still in them, and he transforms into the fist creature, and they have to fight him off, but they're doing well, but the fortune-telling Abyss King takes one of the chemis, makes another amalgam, and now he can't summon any extra chemi riders because Nijigon needs all of them present in order to do it. Uh-oh. So they're just fighting, trying to deal with it. But they're able to escape the amalgams, that is. And it's like, ah, shit. Okay. This is a bad situation. As Atropos kind of eggs on Rine. And we just ponder what's going on with her as she wears the dress that Flashback Rine wears with her dad. And Grayon says, come here, let me read you a story. And it's a story that Rine's dad reads to her. I have a theory about this. So, we'll see what happens there. The alchemy crew is just in disarray, just trying to figure out what to do as the chaos of the internet continues to happen. As basically an influencer comes in, busts in, and starts accusing them of all this bullshit, and it's just chaos, it's bad, everyone's getting accosted. And Spanner's just trying to clear his head. He's out riding his motorcycle. Hell yeah, fucking motorcycles. It's a shame that that is so rare to get to say that when talking about Kamen Rider, but when he comes across a group of adults fighting over a thing and a young girl crying, the adults claim that it's a chemi, and the girl goes, no, I just saw the chemi online and I wanted to make a little plush of it. And they're like, oh, this isn't real? Fucking lame. They just wanted power. They toss the creature off to the side, and it ignites Spanner's protect kids thing as he heads on Kyoka's office, and it's been ransacked. The mob wanting power is just causing chaos wherever they go, and Spanner's resolving something not quite wholesome as Hotaro and Rine run across the two amalgams again, are able to beat them soundly and assuredly, and get back the Nomake, the poison mushroom guy, and save the day. It's like, oh hell yeah. That's when Spanner comes on the internet and says like, alright you motherfuckers, none of y'all understand the power and the scope of a chemi, so we're just gonna kill them all because like they are too dangerous to survive. As Spanner uses his black flame power, the fortune-telling Abyss King is laughing at what might be part of her plan, as Gigist is off to the side scheming. Hotaro and the rest of the alchemy crew are taking it back at Spanner's motives and thoughts and plans. What's going to happen next? Because chaos is erupting. And fundamentally, empathy is in its crossfire. The human beings we are now seeing are at their worst, power hungry, and uncaring of what that power means to others, accosting some high schoolers for what might be a perceived idea of power, and taking a toy from a young girl because it resembles a thing that could give you power. And ultimately, also just invading other people's space and being an asshole to people that you don't know the full context for, with that influencer coming into the alchemist classroom. Fundamentally, all of this proving Spanner's, well, descent into this nihilism right. He is right that they see these creatures only as weapons, that they can only be used as weapons, that even if they are good in some aspects, that the fact that they can be used in this money-hungry, power-laden way is too dangerous of a possibility. So Spanner is going to the biggest extreme to eliminate the seeming source of all of these problems, the chemies. This was a really good episode. It had some really cool action. I really dug it. Hotaro, Spanner, Rene, all doing interesting things on their own. Specifically, though, Greyon and Atropos doing some weird things. Like, it is definitely going in a direction. But I have a thought, a theory. We now know that homunculi dolls are based off of people. They have to have a human base to form some aspect of them, as we saw with Lochsis, right? What if Greyon is based on a younger version of Fugo? And what if Atropos is based on a younger Rene? That could be something interesting. There could be something there. I don't know exactly what that would entail in its entirety, but the fact that Rene has such a connection to Atropos, that she sees so much of herself in that, and her connection to her, like Greyon as a father figure, is interesting. Spanner's direction, while lamentable, it totally makes sense with the what he's been saying these past few episodes of, like, chemies are dangerous. I don't know about this, guys. Kimmy seems to be pretty dangerous. We keep having to fight things. Maybe we should just get rid of them. And it's like, no. And now he's just like, this just proves my point. People are getting hurt. Time to just stop all this nonsense. And you gotta ask, just what are all the Abyss King's plans right now? A lot of interesting things going on. A lot of plate spinning. Really gearing up to what could be a very fascinating finale. You want to know what also is very fascinating? Following me on a variety of places. Subscribe to the channel. Please leave a like and a comment down below. Follow me on a variety of social media platforms. Blue Sky, so on and so forth. And if you like videos like this and you want to see my upcoming reviews of Kamen Rider 5 and the final video on Kamen Rider Agito, you can go support me on Patreon. As little as $1 a month will get you exclusive videos, exclusive podcasts, commentaries on older videos, so on and so forth, and other projects as they come up and about, as well as, once Gotchard is over, these weekly Kamen Rider reviews will be heading over there as I talk about Gava. But in the meantime, let's talk some comments. First up, from just some random guy. Yeah, a lot of tokusatsu tends to have, like, thematic elements that are, like, easy to pick up on, but they do play with them. They do have deeper thematic meaning, and to put it in, like, video games terms, understanding the thematic elements, like the literary analysis of tokusatsu, has a very low skill floor, but like a pretty high skill ceiling. There's a lot of interesting nuance and stuff that you could and can dig into. Next up, from Fish Pop. Yeah, it is sad that we can't have Kamen Riders riding motorcycles more regularly. God damn it, Japanese transit and transport laws. Why do you gotta mess things up? Why do you one of your biggest characters, it relies on motorcycles and just driving around on streets. Why can't you just like have a Kamen Rider loophole, please and thank you? Gigas is still around. We saw him in this episode, just behind the little thingamajig. So he's still around. And yeah, there's a VTuber. Esconde actually gave more information in reply to a comment. I reply to his reply on his comment, their comment. Their comment, saying that it's TV Asashi's VTuber. So that's cool. Asai. The channel that Kamen Rider airs on, they have a VTuber, or they have like a suite of VTubers, and this is the one they picked. I don't know, but yeah, no, it's a real VTuber. That's cool. That's interesting. Next up from Slime Beast. Yeah, it would be an interesting idea to have the counterpart to Spanner of like, it's Kimmy's fault, but then someone go like, it's humanity's fault. And in some way, Grayon kind of fits that, because he keeps going about like, oh, humanity is flawed and wrong. I want to fill the world with perfect gold, and that kind of thing. So it could be an interesting like dichotomy and a way to dunk on Spanner's goals without going like, yeah, humanity first, like, person who wants to destroy humanity is right, though. Because we understand Grayon's wrong, but to have someone go, like, to that opposite degree could, like, knock Spanner of, like, whoa, wait, hold on a second. That's a little too far. Wait, have I been sounding like that? Yeah, you've been sounding like that. Shit, fuck me. Ah, man. And next up from Esconde. Yeah, it really adds a lot to the Kimi riders that they are able to access all the powers that they have normally. So like Steam Hopper can do the fire and the additions of that, like that, things like that. And I know some people have been complaining about Rene not getting her dues and being kind of sidelined. It's like, goddamn, Rene got sidelined so hard, Hopper became the secondary. Yeah, Minato's been going through some nice subtle character stuff, so is Kyoka, you know. And it's nice that Minato's kind of going like, yo, I'm finally willing to admit that I see parts of my Kohai, whatever he was back in the day, in you, and I kind of see you as taking on his goals and everything. It's nice. It's cool. All the mentor figures in this show has been pretty dope. And like I mentioned earlier, apparently Esconde said that, yeah, that's a totally real VTuber, so that's cool. It's interesting how they're bringing in people like that to do stuff, because there was a VTuber who voiced a thing from the Gotchard Geats movie, wasn't there? That's cool. You know, it's just nice and it's cool. It's interesting. It's fun to see. And you know what's also fun to see? You having a good week and treating yourself well. I also hope that today's doing well, and that you spread that wellness to me, and maybe hint, give me a like, give me a comment, and subscribe. But until then, I hope you are well. I would like to give a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters. Esconde,